Honestly, a fairly precipitous drop-off in velocity. It's kind of been the same story with him when he hits the fourth and fifth inning. You see a guy pitching at 94, 95, and whether it's fatigue or too amped up for the starts, he hits that fourth and fifth inning, and you see it really tail off. I think he's popping 95s in the first few innings. Comes out in that fourth inning, you saw him anywhere from 86 to 91. And you just want to, one, make sure the guy's all right, and two, if he is all right, get him to step on the gas again. But he was never able to find that gear that he had early in the game. I thought his stuff coming out in the first inning was outstanding. Curveball was good. Fastball had life. Was keeping hitters off balance. Stuff looked really good. After he hit in the third and went back out for the fourth, it was immediate, pitching at 90. And if he's going to be a starter, he's got to answer that question. And only he can answer, like, is it too amped up? Is it more conditioning? Is it another way to get ready for a start? The stuff's there. I mean, you can see it for the first three innings. If he doesn't answer the question, he ends up as a bullpen guy. And so, I mean, he's got the rest of this month to answer that in the rotation and show that he can pitch in the fourth, fifth, and sixth inning of a ball game. Right now, it's been a tough task for him. I talked to him briefly on the mound, but, I mean, today was the last two starts. The one in Atlanta, we really saw it. We saw you could tell he was fatigued on the mound. And then you saw it again today. And, he hasn't pitched past the fifth at this point in time. And you want to be a major league starter, you got to pitch in the sixth and seventh inning. And it's not a knock on him. It's not a knock on effort or desire. It might be too much desire that gets him amped up for the start. So we'll do our best to answer the question and find out a way to get him at a steadier pace and deeper into a baseball game. And that, it's a challenge out in front of him. It'll be clearly articulated here in due time, though. The guy standing next to me in the dugout, but I don't think that really counts. Other than Mac, I know, guys don't hit homers with that kind of frequency. Just barely over 200 at-bats and 17 home runs at this point in time. He really backspins the baseball. The one thing he does well that I'd love to see other guys do is I think he got fooled on a changeup in one at-bat first pitch, and he just fires off his A-swing through the baseball, swings and misses. We have a lot of guys that will see that changeup. They'll slow their bat down. They'll decel to put that ball in play. He's going to fire off his A-swing. He's going to do it over and over and over again, and that gives him the ability to drive some balls out of the ballpark. He doesn't slow down or decel his bat. So it is really impressive what he's done. He continued to do it, and he's doing obviously a very solid job at the plate.
What was your impression of RC?
The play out in right field, I think he's madder at himself than anybody else is at him. I think he got distracted at first base and lost focus, the lead runner. It's a very headsy play by Mookie Betts. RC was pretty upset at himself coming in. So when you see that kind of stuff, I don't think that really has to be addressed. I think guys notice that naturally and address it themselves when they've made a mistake like that. You could tell in his body language he was frustrated with himself. Got the hit through the right side. They shifted. He hit into the shift the rest of the day, but I think that one thing that probably stands out to people is giving up 90 feet right there. That 90 feet, when you surrender it, it changes the whole context of the ending. It goes to first and third situation. They eventually steal second. Now you're walking the bases loaded to set up a double play situation. And to Dominguez's credit, he got the double play ball from Young. I think it was just hit so hard that Solarte had a little trouble getting it out and getting it over to Schimpf at second base. But RC, he's giving effort out there every day. He's playing hard, and I think he noticed that above anybody else, that I wasn't the play that he wanted to make in right field.
What was the rookie like Ryan? You kind of expect teams to adjust to him and maybe find the hole in the swing. Power numbers aren't as high as they are now. What is it about a swing that maybe leads itself to not being solved as easy as some of these other guys?
They know how to pitch him. I've noticed a difference recently in how he's been pitched. The beauty of him is he doesn't let a pitcher's approach dictate his approach at the plate. Just because they hit your weakness doesn't mean you have to swing at it. I think Brian Dozier's been an excellent example of that right now. If you look in Minnesota, the guy's got almost 40 home runs, and he just concedes the outer half of the plate. He knows where his strength is, and he forces pitchers to his strength. He doesn't swing at his weakness. I think the better Schimpf can get it not swinging at his weakness, the more balls he's going to drive out of the ballpark. I think he does a fairly good job of that as a rookie. It's a really good job. But I think it's a matter of just staying true to where his strength resides, and when he does that, balls go out of the ballpark.